our hearts beat.
All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into something that honestly sounds a little out there.
Yeah, a little wild.
The money wave.
Sounds like a beach party.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys sent this in, and well, when I first saw it, I was like, is this for real? Sound waves that can attract wealth.
I know.
Sign me up.
Haha, right. But also, like, how? So we dug into it.
We did. We got their marketing materials, some user reviews, even tried to find some actual research.
See if there's any science behind this thing.
Exactly.
Where do we even begin with this?
Well, I guess the first step is,
Right.
what is this money wave?
Yeah, what is it? Break it down for us.
Okay, so it's a digital audio program.
Okay.
You listen for just 7 minutes a day.
7 minutes.
That's it.
You're right. I can handle that.
Easy peasy. Right.
Yeah.
And the idea is that these sound waves,
Okay.
they call it Deep Theta sound wave technology,
Catchy.
can actually influence your brain waves
Really?
to attract more abundance.
Like reprogram your brain for wealth.
That's the claim? I've tried the whole law of attraction thing,
Sure.
positive thinking and all.
Yeah.
But this sounds way more,
Techie.
that can make it more effective?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, they definitely try to back it up with science.
Okay.
You know, throwing around terms like neuroplasticity,
Which means?
basically the brain's ability to change and adapt.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that.
But then they go on to say that people who didn't grow up wealthy have a shrunken hippocampus.
The shrunken what?
Hippocampus, it's a part of the brain.
Okay.
And this is where I started raising an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Because they're saying this shrunken hippocampus
Okay.
is what's limiting people's wealth potential.
So if I didn't grow up rich, my brain is literally smaller. And that's why I'm not swimming in cash.
That's what they're suggesting.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a leap.
It does feel a little simplistic.
It does. And we looked into the research. There's really no solid evidence to support that claim.
Right? So they're taking a little bit of real science
A little bit.
and stretching it.
Way out.
Okay, but even if that part's a little iffy, maybe the results speak for themselves.
Maybe.
So what kind of benefits are we talking about here?
Well, they don't hold back.
Lay it on us.
Aside from, attracting wealth,
Of course.
they claim the money wave can enhance your intuition,
Okay.
boost creativity, improve your memory, even strengthen your relationships.
It's like a sonic upgrade for your whole life.
That's their pitch.
All that from 7 minutes a day. I mean, I try to meditate.
Yeah.
And that takes way more effort.
Right.
But what's the catch?
Well, first of all, it's not free.
Of course not.
It's $39.
Okay. So not crazy expensive.
No, but not nothing either.
Right.
And then the bigger question is, does it actually deliver?
Yeah. Do these sound waves actually work?
We'll look into what customers are saying later.
Okay, good. Because I need some convincing.
Fair enough.
So let's say I'm intrigued but skeptical. Why would these sound waves, even if they do something to my brain, why would they attract money?
Okay, so their argument is that by shifting your brainwave state
Right.
into what they call the money wave pattern,
Okay.
you're essentially aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance.
The frequency of abundance.
Yeah, it's like tuning your radio to the right station to pick up the signal.
And the signal is money.
Wealth, good fortune, all that good stuff.
Okay. I kind of like that analogy.
Right.
But let's be real.
Let's be real.
Are people actually finding piles of cash on their doorstep after listening to this thing?
Not quite, but they do have a lot of user testimonials.
Okay.
And some of them are pretty interesting. People talking about landing new jobs, unexpected bonuses, even seeing their investments do better.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's not always about like striking it rich, though.
Oh.
A lot of the testimonials talk about just feeling more confident,
Okay.
noticing new opportunities, even feeling less stressed about money in general.
So maybe it's not about like manifesting piles of cash,
Right.
but more about shifting your mindset around abundance.
Exactly. It's like you start to believe it's possible, and then
Yeah.
you're more open to those opportunities when they come along.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing.
Right. And that part I can get behind.
Me too.
Yeah.
But is there any actual research
Yeah.
to back up this idea that sound waves can actually influence our mindset and behavior?
There's actually a growing body of research on how sound and music affect the brain.
Really?
Yeah, certain frequencies and rhythms can influence brainwave activity.
Okay.
And that can have all sorts of effects on mood focus, even cognitive function.
So like, even if the science behind the money wave is a little shaky,
Yeah.
the idea that sound can impact our brains, And maybe even our behavior isn't totally crazy.
Not at all. In fact, there's a whole field called brainwave entrainment.
Never heard of it.
It's all about how external stimuli like sound or light can influence our brainwave patterns. Now, whether that leads to attracting wealth is debatable.
Right.
But it's not pseudoscience to say that sound can affect our mental state.
Okay, so there's some legitimacy there.
Definitely.
But I remember you mentioned some of the testimonials.
Yeah.
Highlighted benefits beyond just the money stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. People talk about feeling more creative,
Okay.
having more energy, even improvements in their relationships.
Really?
It's hard to say for sure if the money wave is directly responsible,
Of course.
but it's interesting that so many users report these positive side effects.
Maybe it's all connected, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you feel more financially secure, maybe that naturally spills over into other areas of your life.
It makes sense. Less stress, more confidence could lead to better relationships.
Right, and more creative energy.
Exactly.
I'm seeing the appeal here.
It is intriguing, and it brings up a question for you.
Okay.
As someone who's, exploring this program.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to get out of it? Is it purely about the money, or are you looking for something more?
I think ideally I'd love to be more financially free.
Sure.
But also just feel more abundant in general.
In general, okay.
Yeah, like more creative, more energized, less worried about money all the time.
So a holistic shift.
Yeah,
It's not just a bigger bank account.
Right.
And that seems to be what a lot of money wave users are describing.
Interesting. Okay. I'm definitely intrigued. But before I go buy this thing,
Yeah.
let's play devil's advocate for a minute.
Okay.
What are some of the downsides?
Well, for one, let's be realistic about the claims. Some people might have amazing results.
Right.
Others might not see much change at all.
Right.
It's important to have balanced expectations,
Don't expect miracles.
Exactly.
It's not a magic wand,
Definitely not. You still have to put in the work.
right? Make smart decisions.
Yeah.
The sound waves aren't going to do everything for you.
And I think it's important to remember
Yeah.
that relying solely on any external program to solve all your problems can be a bit of a slippery slope.
For sure.
It's about finding a balance,
Balance. Okay.
Use the tools, but also take responsibility for your own actions.
Yeah, make your own luck.
Exactly.
Okay. And practically speaking,
Yeah.
any other downsides?
Some users have mentioned the marketing can be a bit pushy,
Oh, really?
and there might be additional cost for bonus materials or coaching.
So the upsells.
Yeah, basically. So do your research, read the fine print before you commit to anything.
Good advice.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the money wave could be a helpful tool,
Potentially.
but it's not a guarantee.
No.
You have to do your research and be realistic.
Approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Skepticism, that's key.
Always.
All right, so now that we've covered that,
Yeah.
let's get into the specifics.
Okay.
What do you actually get when you sign up?
All right, what's in the box?
Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here? Like, is it recordings of like whale songs and cash registers mixed together?
No, not quite. It's actually these 7-minute audio tracks that you listen to every day.
Okay.
And they use a combination of specific frequencies and something called binaural beats.
Binaural beats, is that like when you listen to different sounds in each ear?
Exactly. It's a technique used in some types of meditation and brainwave entrainment.
So you're tricking my brain into making money.
Well, not quite. The idea is that these subtle differences in sound create a third frequency that your brain perceives.
Okay.
And this can help guide your brain waves into a specific state.
So in this case, the money wave pattern.
Right, the one that's supposed to attract all that abundance.
Okay, and how often do you have to listen to this?
They really emphasize consistency.
Like every day?
Every day, 7 minutes a day, they compare it to working out a muscle.
Oh, so the more you listen, the stronger your money muscle gets.
Exactly. They say that's key for getting results.
Okay, and what about those bonus materials you mentioned?
Right, so those are included with the main program.
No extra cost.
Nope. It comes with a guide called the Rockefeller Pyramid,
Okay.
which is all about managing and investing your newfound wealth.
So they're not just saying, hey, attract money. They're also trying to teach you what to do with it.
Right, it's about building a healthy relationship with money.
That's smart.
They also include 7 lazy millionaire habits, which focuses on adopting the mindsets and habits of successful people.
Okay, and what else?
And then there's a whole collection of 200 money wave success stories.
Ooh, inspiration.
Exactly. It's social proof, See how it's worked for other people?
Did any of those stories stand out to you?
It's really interesting, the variety of experiences people share.
Yeah.
Some talk about specific financial wins, like getting a promotion or paying off debt.
Uh-huh.
But others describe these subtle shifts,
Like what?
feeling more confident and noticing new opportunities.
Almost like they were ready for it.
Right, like they were finally open to receiving.
Okay, so we've talked about the science, the claims, the features, even some potential downsides.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
So what's the verdict? Should people try this money wave thing?
Honestly, it's up to you. We've given you the information,
Yeah.
explored different angles. Now you have to decide if it resonates with you.
I mean, if you're looking to get rich quick, this probably isn't it.
Probably not.
But if you're open to new approaches and you think sound can influence your mental state, then maybe the money wave is worth a try.
Even if you're skeptical, you might learn something about yourself along the way.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe these sound waves will unlock something, or maybe it'll just be a fun experiment.
Either way, we want to hear about it. Let us know what you think.
And if you want to check it out, we'll have a link to the Money Wave program in the description below.
You can read more testimonials,
Yep.
see the details, and if you're feeling adventurous, give it a go.
But remember, guys, while financial abundance is great,
It is.
true wealth is about so much more than just money.
Absolutely. Relationships, purpose, health, a sense of fulfillment.
Those are the real riches.
Couldn't agree more.
So as you go about your day, think about what true wealth means to you.
What steps can you take to create a more abundant life in all areas?
That's it for today's deep dive into the money wave.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deeper.
Into the mysteries of the world around you.